2, 3.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Leather Podcast. I'm your host, Ronnie from New Jersey, and with me, as always, my man, Jeremy, the producer. Deuce, what's up?
What's going on, Ronald? How you doing?
I'm okay. Wearing a green pullover, jacket, hoodie today for the Masters.
Check this out.
This episode, a little split screen. Why you look so much taller than me?
I'm huge.
Yeah.
I'm getting bigger.
Jacked up, yeah. Well, anyway, folks, as always, this episode is brought to you by Golficity, and this is episode 44. 44, everybody.
Reggie Jackson.
Woo! 44 in the building. All right, so, folks, do us a favor. If you like this episode, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Follow us, share us, do what you got to do. We're also now on TikTok.
Yeah.
We got the Inside the Leather podcast. Is it just Inside the Leather?
Inside the Leather, yeah.
Inside the Leather on TikTok. I'm addicted. If you're not yet on TikTok, you might want to look into it. It's kind of addicting. I don't know. I got to be honest. I haven't been much on Instagram lately because it's been all TikTok. It's my go-to now.
Yeah, and don't worry if you're one of those people who worry, oh, they're going to steal my information. No. It's now bought by an American company. 2 American companies. I want to say Walmart and somebody else. But don't worry about, China's going to steal my information.
No, look. The way I think about it is this. What would they want my shit for anyway? Like, there's nothing of any importance. There's some pictures of my kids. You know, I mean, really. I mean, what's... Come on, your bank is your money's in the bank, which is insured by the federal government. So
right.
you got nothing. What are you worried about?
Right.
You know, I'm just like whatever. You know, if you really want to steal my information, then steal it.
Take it.
I mean, well, you can have it. It's really not that great. So I'm not worried about it. But folks, I've learned so much about golf. There's some really cool golf content on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's some great cooking. I mean, if you want to be a cook or you are a cook, there's so many cool tips and new products that are out there in the market. That I learned about because of TikTok. I make a lot of things differently now because of TikTok. I'm huge on the flaky salt, the Malden flaky salt. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really good way to flavor your food. It's funny because you don't actually use as much salt, but it's got that salt, nice flavor. Anyway.
And if you're someone who's looking to go into the photography realm or video realm, they have video. There's videos for everything.
For days. And they're a minute long. You know, the follow for part 2 stuff kind of bothers me a little bit, but you know, whatever.
How do you get followers? How do you get followers?
Well, I guess that's how you get followers. You coax them in with something sexy, and then you hit them with the punchline on part 2, so they subscribe to see the next one. But anyway, either way, we're on TikTok now. Check that out. Also, folks, I got the merch. You know, Christmas time is coming. You know, you want to get an Inside the Leather T-shirt, hat, mug, whatever, beach towel, even though you're probably not going to the beach. You know, check it out. You know, check out the Inside the Leather. How do you get there, by the way?
It's on the Instagram.
It's on the Instagram, right?
Yeah.
It's on the tree. So just go to the Instagram page, click on our page there, and it'll take you right to the merch shop. So check that out. So, folks, we got a good episode for you today. We're recapping the Masters, ladies and gentlemen, with my man, Dustin Johnson from Coastal Carolina, my alma mater, taking home the green jacket. I mean, what a feeling putting that jacket on, having Tiger put the jacket on you.
You see his face?
I mean, come on.
You see Tiger's face, though?
Could you have anybody else? I mean, Tiger looks weird without a hat. He's got to do something with that, with his hair. But you know, just getting Tiger to put that on you has got to be something special in and of itself. But we're going to deep dive into the Masters. We're going to talk about the coverage, the course, our bet. We got the results of our bet. We'll talk, obviously, more in depth about DJ's rounds and how awesome he did. He just destroyed the course and the field. We'll talk about Bryson.
All right.
You know, head's getting a little bigger, and I heard a little birdie on the street told me that Jeremy might be trying to jump off that Bryson train already. Back before this kid gave flip-flopper.
Listen, I was off. I was completely off.
What do you mean you were off? You were off of what?
The train. I was off.
Oh,
the
you
train.
hated him. Yeah, you were off the train.
I went back on. He won the U.S. Open.
Right.
Went back on.
Right.
And now I got 1 foot out of the door.
You're right. You're back. You're almost completely off the train.
We're
again.
like 2 stops away from me getting off.
You're literally about to jump off a moving train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? I think a lot of people are with you. A lot of people didn't like him to begin with, and now they're just salivating over this stuff to really knock him.
Here's what I have a problem with. You're playing bad, fine. But then he came out and said publicly, I'm feeling dizzy and I get it, COVID. But like people, how many people are going to say?
He was fine. He had headaches. Look, if you had headaches, why don't you
take Advil?
Withdraw. Get out of there. Don't use it as an excuse. You played like shit. All right? You're pounding the ball further than everybody else, and you're hitting trees. They're bouncing. You lost the ball. I mean, look, whatever. Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into Bryson. That's going to be a little heated thing at the end. And then if we have time, I got a little hack for you guys when you're buying golf clubs online. If you're looking, you don't want to spend the price on a full brand new set, which is understandable. I got a little hack for you on how to make sure you're getting the right stuff, okay? So we'll go through that if we have time. I don't know if we're going to have time because we have a lot of opinions on the Masters. So before we even get into that, let's just do a quick read here. O'Brien Creative. Thanks to social media, we have an opportunity to create a brand with a following. What sets O'Brien Creative Group apart from other branding experts is our creative-first approach to harnessing the potential of your company and translating it to the masses. Whether you're seeking out a professional branding identity or a simple logo design, you can count on the creative minds at OCG to accurately and artfully interpret your company's true identity throughout any medium. Visit O'BrienCreativeGroup.com. That's OBRIENCREATIVEGROUP.com to learn more about how we can be of service to you. Okay? So check them out. Now, all right, let's recap our bet. Let's get into the easy stuff, the stuff that we could just kind of, there's really no debating going on. It's lock solid. Yes, folks, I've won another one of these bets.
I think
okay,
you're 2-1 now.
I don't think I've lost on these bets.
You lost one, 2-1.
I might have lost a bet to you, but
You lost the PGA Championship.
I did.
And then you won the U.S. Open and the Masters.
Okay. But yeah, so just a little recap. We had a $250 bet. We both picked 5 players, adding up their score. Lowest score wins, obviously. And we also had a little caveat on top. Loser has to dress how the other one sees fit. Mimic a golfer. I said John Daly. You wanted me to dress up as who?
Bubba.
As Bubba, that's right. But so being that you lost, we're going to be going to a thrift shop. We're going to be getting him a John Daly-esque outfit. We're going to bring in we're going to shoot that whole video at some point in the near future. But just to recap, I had DJ, who obviously won the tournament, minus 20. Bubba Watson was my worst pick out of all. He ended up with plus 4. Reed minus 9, Finau minus 1, and Xander Schauffele minus 7. So my total score was minus 33. And then you go over to Jeremy's. He had JT minus 12, Bryson minus 2, Answer minus 8. That Answer and JT combo scared me
They fell
a
off.
lot of Saturday because they were both right up there at the top, right? And then you had Brooks minus 10, which, really puts you in a good spot because you were at minus 32.
Right.
All you needed was your boy Wolfie to do something, and he ended up not making the cut, so he was plus 3. But what we do is if your guy doesn't make the cut, we add 10 strokes to it.
Right.
So the final score was a little bit more of a blowout than it should have been. It was 33 for me, 19 for Jeremy. But again, if Wolf just makes the cut, you win.
Right.
Period.
Right.
End of story.
But mind you, Dustin did shoot minus 20, almost the best
Yeah.
score Masters ever seen. So
It was the best score the Masters
Right.
ever seen. It was
the best or was tied for the best?
No, he was actually 2 strokes better.
Okay.
It was the final was 270. 270 was the scoring record that was done by Tiger, and then
He shot 268.
Spieth tied it. He shot 268. He beat it by 2 strokes. But we're going to jump into this now. So let's
But why did he do that? Why did he do that?
right and listen. There are some things that I like. There's some things that I dislike. There's definitely, in my mind, an asterisk next to this Masters. Okay?
Asterisk?
An asterisk.
You're tainting the win, or the tournament?
Yeah, I put a little not the win because everybody played in the same conditions.
Just like how
This has got nothing to do with DJ.
So just like how the Dodgers have an asterisk next to their World Series win.
Very much so because of the situation, the COVID. So here it is. I think it was still the Masters, all right, but it didn't have the same feel. It still had a better feel than every other tournament. It is by far the greatest golf event, period, point blank. Destroys the other majors in my mind.
Right.
Destroys them. The course, the fact that there were no fans, there were no grandstands, the coverage everything was just a little off, but still better than everything else.
Right.
Okay, so it's kind of hard. So kind of hear me out. So the coverage, I felt like it was a little too forced on CBS. I felt like they were trying to make it seem like there was more drama at the end than there was. He was never giving up this lead. I remember them going to a commercial break, and I hearing them saying, "Oh, it's gonna be what was the phrase that he said? Not it's gonna be a nail biter. It's gonna be a great run. It's gonna be
come down to the end?
interesting." Yeah, it made some mistake, but at the time I remember going, "What is this guy talking?"
But here's
about?
the thing: if you look at Dustin's front nine, there was trouble there early on. He bogeyed 2 straight holes. So I can understand. And at that point, at the time that he bogeyed the 2 straight holes, in second place was making a run at 14 under at that time.
Right. No,
So
he was only a stroke up. He was
Right.
only 1 stroke up.
So
at one
for
point.
them to say it was going to be close, they had every right to say it. I don't think they were.
No. That's not what I'm saying. They said it when he was on like 14.
Oh, okay. No, I thought
It's going to be a great finish, or it's going to come down to the end. Or they made some stupid. I wish I remember what the hell he said, and I don't even know who said it. But whoever, I remember my reaction to it
Nick
was,
Faldo?
"What is?" No, it wasn't Sir Nick. It was somebody else.
Jim Nance?
It might have been Nance. But I honestly don't remember who it was. But I just remember, and I don't remember exactly what he said, but I do remember my reaction to it was, "What is this guy talking about? He's walking
Right.
away with this thing. He's almost running."
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? What is this angle? This camera's on?
Yeah, it's a new camera
thought-
angle.
I don't like it. Look at the side of my face. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's weird. Anyway. Always
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. How you doing? He's moving cameras all over the place. Anyway, so it wasn't. Look, I mean, I guess you're trying to hold people's attentions, but it's the Masters. It was DJ. People like DJ. The kid's been Brazilian. He's gone through, he's had some trials and tribulations in his day. I'm a huge fan of his, as you know, because I went to Coastal Carolina, as did he. He's from South Carolina. Grew up not too far from Augusta. Was his dream always, the whole 9. Having Tiger put the jacket on him is phenomenal. I was super happy for him. Super stoked that an American won. Super stoked that it was DJ,
Right.
and not your boy Brooksy, who I can't stand. He bothers the hell out of me. When he had the balls to say that, he when he was being compared to DJ about who's the better golfer.
It was DJ or was it Bryson?
No, it was
DJ, yeah.
DJ when he goes, well, he only has 1.
I think they're buddies though.
They are buddies, but I do think that pissed DJ off. And now Brooksy could just shove it right up his ass.
Brooks was on his ass though. It wasn't like Brooks was far off. Brooks was right there.
Yeah, Brooks was 10 shots behind him. He was not. He was not
at one
there.
point in time he was
Right.
there.
Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, but look, so I do think the coverage was just a little off. And the course. I mean, when have you ever seen? Look, there's a reason that they play this tournament in April,
Right.
and there's a reason that they're never going to play it in anything other than April again.
It's their peak season.
When you stick a green at Augusta, it doesn't happen like that.
No.
These balls were plugging.
Mud.
Like, it was just wet, right? And I understand. Whatever. It is what it is. But when we're watching Augusta, the beauty of it is seeing them hit the green at the very back end of the green, right? Zips back, and it goes 20 feet the other side of the cup.
Which it was.
Or falls off.
Which it was on 9 and 18.
I mean, it was on a few holes.
Yeah.
But too many of them were just plugging. And again, this has got nothing against DJ because everybody was playing in the same conditions, okay? But he was just on.
Right.
His wedges are insane.
Yeah.
Insane, bro. I don't think he 3-putted.
Well, the putter was rock.
He had no doubles.
The putter was ridiculous.
He only had like 4 bogeys.
Yeah.
All 72 holes. Like, that's insane.
Speaking of doubles and bogeys,
What's that?
Tiger on 12.
Tiger on 12. All right, we're going to jump. I guess fuck it. Let's just jump to it then. Tiger on 12, right? That is something that's the same thing that happened to Spieth.
Right.
When Spieth had the lead.
Yes.
Spieth was leading on Sunday, coming down to 12, and it just went bananas.
Well,
broke his back.
Let's go to last year. Molinari and I think it was Finau at that point in time were coming to Amen Comer to number 12, and that's what put Tiger up with their mishaps on 12 that went into the water twice. Both of them did the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what put him to win.
And then Tiger today, like his final score was weak, but he did play a lot better. He would have been up on the top page of the leaderboard if he didn't have this 10.
Well, Thursday.
So this is what he did.
was
So
playing
for
well.
those of you who might not have seen it, which I'm surprised by Thursday when this airs. I'm sure you would have all seen it. But anyway, Tiger goes in the water on 12. And then he takes a drop, goes in the water again, takes another drop, hits it into the sand. Then from the sand, it comes out hot as can be, goes in the water again, takes another drop, chips it onto the green finally, and then 2 putts for a 10. For a 10! I mean, it can happen to Tiger, folks, so don't feel so bad when it happens to you.
What's more amazing, the 10 on 12 or the next 4 birdies that he made on the next 5 holes?
Yeah. He just needed a few more breaks. I don't think his putter was really working that well on the first couple days.
Well, no, I think Thursday his putter was he had the greens in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Thursday, and he had the look in his eye on Thursday.
That you thought something was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But coming into the weekend, he didn't have. I mean, he did not shoot what he needed to shoot on moving day.
No, I mean, obviously he didn't. I mean, it's just, we love Tiger, obviously. Everybody wants Tiger to be there. Especially at the Masters, and I do think he'll win another one for sure.
I think he has one more in him.
I think he has one more for sure, Masters, and I do think he's got another 1 or 2 more majors as well.
I don't think it will ever be the U.S. Open, no.
Not long enough anymore.
I don't think his body can work to get out of the long stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But look, so DJ, okay, this guy hits 79% fairway. 79. And even a bigger stat, even more mind-blowing stat, 83% of greens in regulation. 83% of the holes he was putting for birdie.
Wow.
Bro, that's 60. He hit green in regulation 60 out of 72 holes. And I looked this up going back. What they always say going into it is if you can hit 50 of the 72 greens in regulation, you're going to have a shot.
Right.
He hit 60 of 72. That is ridiculous. And he played smart. You could see the way that his game has changed, okay? He realizes he hits that cut, which now, because they're hitting the ball so much longer than they used to, you could hit a cut on every hole, except for I think there was 2 of them.
The par fives.
One par 5, and I think in a par 4. You can't hit a cut. You got the both par 5s are.
I'm sorry, one
left.
par 5. No, it's with a 1 par 5 and it's 10 where it's a dog leg left.
Right.
And you have to hit a You got
to hit a draw on both of those holes. But what did DJ do? Because he doesn't have that great draw in the bag.
I think he hit right, but he hit it right.
He hit 3-wood off the tee.
Well, so was everyone else.
Well, I'm just saying, if you don't have that draw in your bag, you play the smart play. You hit the 3-wood, and then he's laying up. There's nothing wrong with laying up on a par 5, folks, because you hit your first shot, you lay up your second shot. If you hit 60 out of 72 greens in regulations with that wedge coming in, you're birdieing.
But he did go for one green.
No, he made 2 eagles. He made 2 eagles. Only 4 bogeys, and the rest birdies and pars. I mean, the guy was insane. He was absolutely insane. Again, he hit the 72-hole record of 268. Destroying it technically. I mean, he beat Spieth and Tiger tied at 270 for the course record. Tiger got it first, and Spieth tied it, and then now it was just shattered by 2 strokes, 268.
Where is Spieth? Where is he?
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think Dustin's hitting 268 if this is in April. There's no way, because you're not sticking those greens like he was.
There's only one way
the
to find out.
ball's not sticking. I mean, I guess I can't wait for the next. I love it that the next major is the Masters again.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, just overall, all in all, I think it was a phenomenal Masters. I do, even though it felt weird.
I have a question for you.
What do you got?
So we're here complaining on episode 44 about the way the Masters, the Augusta looked. In regular times, not unprecedented times. Precedented, whatever. It's morning on a Monday.
It is.
If it was regular season, Augusta would have 12 months to prepare for the next Masters. They now have 6 half the time. So, are we going to expect the same type of course? What do you think? What do you think we're going to see going into the next Masters?
No, I think that
because now the time has shrunk as far as how time.
Right. Well, I think look, the members are going to play. I don't think they don't really start getting the course ready until like maybe a month before the Masters. I 100% believe this has just got everything to do with it being November. You got the pine needles all over the greens.
Yes.
That they're blowing it off. Like, you got people cleaning the greens off. Like, it didn't look right. You had all the black spots, those dead spots, like off the green, like off the ridges and stuff.
And the tee box was
They
mud.
were mangled up. I mean, look, it's understandable because it was November. They got hit with some rain, obviously, right leading up to it. So it was super wet, which, again, normally isn't the situation in April.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was coupled with the course playing the way it did. And look, it was still windy in the spots that it's windy, so it was still tricky. It wasn't an easy course by no means.
12.
But it wasn't 268 easy. 268, I think it had a lot to do with the fact that there were no fans there. I have a feeling that, the conditions, albeit windy and still somewhat difficult, not nearly Augusta difficult. Those greens are not, your ball's not holding those greens. He's not hitting 60 out of 72, which is why they say if you shoot 50 green in regulation out of 72 holes, you got a damn good shot. You're up at the top of the leaderboard. Okay?
That's
it's
hard
not
enough.
the case. It's not the case. He hit 60, so obviously it was definitely the conditions that were in his benefit. So I think there's an asterisk next to it, not because of him, but because of no fans, no grandstands, and the conditions not being in April. I think you're going to see a Masters where it's completely different in April.
6 months from now.
Yeah, 6 months from now, I think it's going to be a completely different story. I think everyone's going to say, "Oh my God, like what's wrong?" And like that's the part of the Masters that's so great, seeing everybody struggle, and they still struggled. So it shows you that the course was still legit. But I don't think the high scores would have been so high. I mean, look at tied for two. Who we had tied for two?
Cam Smith and Sing JM.
And both of them
Shot 16 under.
Both of them would have. They had nobody's ever shot that low and not won, obviously, because this was the highest score. I don't know. It's just a lot of records were broken, and in my mind, they don't necessarily need to be broken. There needs to be just some little caveat there saying that this was in November and not in April. But, the coverage was a little weak in my mind. The yellow tracers are great.
Yep. Clear, by the way. It's super clear.
It is super crystal clear. I saw how they do it now. They have everything attached to the cameras now, so the cameras just film and do it simultaneously. They don't need that secondary tracker, which is cool. I wish they would tell you the yardage, too. I don't need to know the apex. I don't give a shit about the apex.
It does tell you the yardage.
Nah, it doesn't. It's just the line. I would like to see the yardage. Because they're hitting the ball so freaking far.
Originally, didn't they put the yardage? I think they do on the original ones, the blue ones.
Well, yeah, no, like on the ones on Fox and on NBC or whatever, on other networks, they show the apex, they show the distance, some of them show the ball speed, all that shit too. I don't need all that information. I just want the yardage. Okay. That's all I'm looking for because the line was clear. I would just say with the carry distances. I mean, they mentioned it, so they had the information. It just wasn't readily on the screen for you when you're watching this, the tracer itself. What else about the coverage? Oh, there's that angle again.
There's the angle, baby. There's the angle.
Let's see, what else do we have with the Masters?
There was nothing that I had other wrong with the coverage. I think the coverage after that.
It was missing something.
Here's what it was missing, Ron.
I'm assuming it was those three factors: the stands, the fans, and
it was definitely the Patriots
and the course itself. Didn't look like Augusta, but it still had a magical feel. It just goes to show that this is the granddaddy of them all. I mean, it really is. It's outstandingly just phenomenal to watch. Yeah. Even with the shittier conditions, even though it felt like something was missing, it was still a joy. I mean, I caught myself watching no football until the game was over, until the Masters was over. Even with a big lead, I just wanted to see him do it. I love that he broke down. I love that he has his brother on his bag. Did you hear that story? I heard the story about he had his caddy. He was on vacation with his family. There was some trouble, some storms or whatever, and the caddy couldn't get out. And he's like, "Don't bother coming out. My brother's here with me. I'll just put him on the bag." And he got a feeling. He said when his brother was first on his bag, that because it's his little brother, right?
Austin
grew up together. He felt like he played better with his brother on the bag because he didn't want these other players on tour or in that particular tournament, whichever one it was, to beat him in front of his little brother. So he almost used it as like motivation to play better. And they've had a great relationship since. He's won every year on tour since 2008, which is
amazing.
sick.
That's a crazy stat.
Remember that? Remember that stat that we had months and months ago on an earlier episode where we said, what would you rather do? Win a tournament every year for 10 years or win one Masters? Well, he's won a tournament every year for the past 12 years and the Masters. I mean, come on, this guy's got it all. Let's go through some of the cash. I know some people are interested in how much cash they make. The total prize purse was $11.5 million. I got a problem with some of these breakdowns personally, which is what I also said the same thing months ago when we talked about this the first time. So the $11.5 million is the total purse of the Masters, right? Dustin brought in $2,070,000.
Him and Paulino done.
$2 million. I mean, after taxes, you're bringing home a milli, winning the most prestigious tournament ever.
And the green jacket.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's not high enough.
Well, how much do you think he's getting money from endorsements?
It's high. No. I'm not saying he doesn't have enough money.
No, but
surely he does.
Right. No.
And now he's going to charge more. Adidas is going to have to pay him more money because now he's a two-time major winner.
That's what I'm saying.
He's making money because of this win. I'm just saying for the tournament, you have $11.5 million purse. More of it should be going to the winner.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. You should not be making money for making the cut. So I'm sorry. I know there has to be a cutoff at some point. Top 25 should be the only people making money.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to go through a list of some people who made money outside of the top 25. Ricky Fowler, Bernard Langer, who, by the way, we got to talk about Langer. I mean, 63 years old to not only make the cut, but finish, what was he, like -3?
-2.
-2. He beat Bryson. He beat Bryson, was paired up with him, and was showing him his shit. Bryson's driving the ball 150 yards further than him, but Bernard's still putting in par after par. So Ricky Fowler and Bernard and a few other people made $81,650. So-Woo Kim, Ogletree, Adam Scott, Bryson DeChambeau came in 34th place, and they made.
Ogletree's an amateur, so is he making money?
Ogletree made $65,000.
You're making money as an amateur, though.
I mean,
but if he gets paid, he loses his amateur status.
Maybe they deferred until after. I don't know what they do. Anyway, Tony Finau, Lee Westwood, Billy Horschel, Tiger Woods, Paul Casey all finished in 38th place and made $54,000 apiece. Morikawa made $40,000 for finishing 44th place. Fitzpatrick, Victor Perez, Jordan Spieth, Charles Howell III, and Matt Wallace all made $35,650 for coming in T46. Like, look, you come in T46. I'm sorry, all they should pay for you is your plane ticket,
right,
and your hotel room.
Right,
that's it. Like, get out of here. You should not make money for coming for just the fact that you made the cut. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Pay the room and board and move them along. Now that's a lot of cash. So figure 100, 101,000, 92,000, 88,000, 85, 81, 78. You add up all the numbers from 26 down to 50. Right, because it's 50 people make the cut, or at least they did this year because I guess whatever the cut moved. It's just all that money should go to first.
Yeah,
I really do believe it should be structured like a poker tournament. All right, one gets 50% of the purse, two gets 20%, and then drizzle it all down. I even think top 20 should only get paid.
Right.
I mean, I don't think $2 million enough after taxes. You're taking home $1 million. I mean, granted, he's making in other places. I don't feel bad for his pocketbook. I just think that it's absurd that all these other people making money for the tournament. And if you got a differing opinion, let us know in the comments. If you think that I'm just being an asshole, which I mean, whatever.
Right.
I mean, feel what you feel, but I think that more money should go to first and less money. I mean, Cameron Smith and Sunjay M, whatever the hell it is. They both made what's 1.2 million plus 78. It's 4.2. It's about 2 million. They made about $1 million apiece. They made about $1 million apiece. 909, whatever. Just shy of $1 million
before taxes.
Yeah. They lost. It's golf, folks. There's only one winner. All right. There's no second place. Like, you won or you lose. All right. Now I'm not saying they shouldn't get paid because they should, but they shouldn't both get $1 million when DJ gets $2 million. It's just not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm sorry. Webb Simpson, 10th place, $310,000. Patrick Reed, $310,000. Patrick Reed, I think he missed like a 2-foot putt
40?
late. That cost him about $40,000 because he would have went up into tied 7th, T7, but instead he finished T10 and only took home $310,000. That's a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
It's a Lamborghini. Why are these guys getting Lamborghinis for coming in? Well, 10th place. I don't mind that. A Lamborghini for 10th place is one thing, but everybody else beyond that, all that money should go to the top. What else we got? I mean, bro, can you comprehend that 83% greens in regulation?
Yeah.
Dude, that's stupid. That's stupid good. Stupid good. Makes me want to go. Maybe get a set of TaylorMades. I might have to go.
I tagged you in something yesterday.
What'd you tag me in?
Some P790s on Facebook. I'm currently in a bidding
Little
war.
for sale.
Yeah.
Little Facebook sale. That's a good segue into the other segment here.
Let's
we did 30 minutes on the Masters. Let me just give you guys a hack, and then we'll get out of here. It's 30 minutes in. Let me give you another quick read here. Check out this beautiful wristwatch I got on. It's ticking like a beast.
I got the perfect camera for that.
Do you? Ah, yeah. There you go. Check it out. No, I gotta turn it this way.
Boom.
Look at that. Nice. At the Woodest Official. We fuse fashion with nature to create wooden watches that are handcrafted for life's adventures. Head over to Etsy.com and search The Woodist Official. That's TheWoodistOfficial. The Woodist Official. And be sure to enter coupon code ITL20 for 20% off. Folks, makes a great gift for Dad. You know, you're not going to break the bank. It's something nice, solid, great packaging. It comes really nice. And it's very, very comfortable. It's light. Don't even know it's on my wrist. Big fans of the Woodist Official. Excuse me, the Woodist Official on Etsy. Go over to Etsy. Another site I got to get a little bit more into. Etsy. Not really on Etsy except for when I'm ordering gifts of the Woodist.
Real quick, go on Facebook and check your notifications, please.
I haven't been on Facebook in months. There's going to be 9 million notifications.
Just do me a favor and check your notifications because I think you're going to like these. Tag me back if you can because I want to see them.
Tag you back because you want to see them. I don't even know how to do that.
Bro, it just says Jeremy Duran tagged you in a comment. It should be at the top.
Yeah, I'm at the thing now. He's got the blacks. He's got
tag
the
me
blacks.
back.
$850.
Way cheaper than what you were gonna pay. What you're gonna pay for them.
I like the grips.
Can you tag me back?
I don't know how to do that.
All right, just like my comment then.
Oh, like your comment?
Yeah, just.
I don't know where your comment is. Hang on. Let me try to do this. I like your comment. Okay. What does that do?
Thank you. No, I could see them.
But why couldn't you see them?
Because I would have to go searching for it.
Oh, okay.
These are clean set, brother.
Yeah, but after playing the AP3s with the murdered out black, I'm off it.
Really?
I'm off it.
Yeah, but where are the AP3s now?
I sold them.
Exactly. So
What
if
do
you
you
were
mean
off
exactly?
them, why wouldn't you try these?
Because I'm
No
off. The reason I sold them was not because of performance, because you saw how good I was playing with them.
Right.
I just something about the black shaft and the black head made me feel a little. I don't know, like they were just. I don't know. They
So
were
you're off the
cheap or
black.
something. I'm off the black clubs. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm off the black clubs, but I'm not off of TaylorMade. I got to give them a shot. I got to give them their fair due. I
These
tried
look
to and bought the fake set. So
These look sick.
that video's coming too soon, folks. It took us a while to find somebody who was going to help us out with this. We were really trying to shoot for the moon and try to get someone from TaylorMade to give us a tutorial on how to spot a fake. We were unsuccessful in doing so. So if you want us to do that, comment below and tag TaylorMade, I guess. Maybe to get a little bit of pressure from our fans or something. But we're going to go somewhere else. We found somebody else who's willing to do it. We're going to film it soon. And we're gonna jump back on that thing because we want to show you how to spot a fake. But that leads me to this. I have a hack, and this is a good hack. Look, this is not a. I'm not saying don't get fitted, okay? Because that's the opposite of what I'm saying. But here's a way for you to get fitted and save money. All right, we love Club Champion, right? It's our spot. The guys are great. There's a lot of added benefits to getting fitted and buying your clubs from Club Champion. And one of them is obviously you get a top line unbelievable data that data you can't even wrap your head around it all. It takes a while to really go through it all, really understand what you're doing. But these guys are professional; they know what they're doing. So, Club Champion, when you get the fitting for them, it's worth every penny of the fitting. Okay. So there's another gift. If your wife, tell your wife to watch this episode right around the 35-minute mark, and we'll tell them what to get you. You should get a fitting, full bag fitting at Club Champion near you. But here's what I think, is good. You go in for an iron fitting. I think it's $150 for the fitting itself. When you buy the irons from them, you're paying premium prices because they're buying everything individual. They're building them for you. They're puring the shafts to make sure that they are absolutely perfect. So, and then also you have an insurance policy, so to speak. If anything happens to the club, if the club breaks, they replace it for you at no cost. So there's that added benefit. But again, it's expensive. If that's not something you can afford, but you want that solid feel, you want that good fitting, here's what I suggest you do. If you're particular about a certain club brand, whether it be Titleist, Ping, TaylorMade, whatever, okay, you go get your fitting. Okay, you find the right shaft. Okay, that's the most important part of the club is the shaft.
Let me tell you,
all of the other things, all the club manufacturers, the heads of the clubs. If you're either a blade guy, you're a cavity back guy, you're a super cavity like Game Improvement, like kind of guy, that is all the clubs within those categories are very similar.
Right.
You might get some more spin with one, but again, a lot of it comes down to the shaft. Okay, so go get a fitting. Figure out if you should know probably if you're a blade guy. If you're just starting out, it would be a Game Improvement type of iron, or if you're in the middle, like a 12 to 20 handicap, you probably want the cavity backs, right? So now you know what category you place yourself into, okay? Go get the fitting. Hit all the different clubs in that range that they do during the fitting. But the most important thing is get your stats for the shafts, okay? Find out the best shaft for you, the second best, the third best, okay? The top 3 shafts of your fitting, regardless of the head. Unless you're particular about a certain brand, then this might be a little bit harder. But if you're not and you're just trying to get improvement and get a really good solid set for cheap, this is what you do. So you get your shafts, 1, 2, and 3, the top 3 shafts, okay? Then you go on to eBay, okay? And you search for clubs with those shafts, okay? Because every time you post a club on the internet, you post the club, the make, the model, and the shaft. Okay, because it's very important. So when you get fitted, I could tell you now, the stock shafts are probably not going to be in your 1, 2, and 3. Although you might have a KBS or a Project X, maybe. But again, you're trying to buy these clubs on the internet to save money. You can get a $1,200 set of irons for about $400 or $500 on the internet. Okay, but you want to find that shaft because the shaft is the weighting of it. Where it breaks, where it releases, how heavy it is for you to swing, your swing speed, all that stuff, the spin on the ball. Most of it is because of the shaft. So you find the right shaft. Let's just say it's the Obani. Let's say it's a Project LZ from Project X. Let's say it's a KBS 105 Tour, stiff, whatever it is, okay? You plug in that information into eBay, and you find all the clubs that have that shaft. Weight, stiffness, the whole 9. Then you buy the clubs that are with that shaft on them. You get them, you bring them to a Golf Galaxy or a PGA Superstore. You get them re-gripped.
Done.
Now you spent $25, maybe $50 on gripping all the clubs, the whole set, right? And, you're going to find good deals, okay? Clubs might be a year old, 2 years old, played 20 rounds, even if they're played 40 rounds. Clubs last a long time.
Yeah.
I buy new ones because I have a disease. I have a problem. It's got nothing to do with the clubs itself. They are still all performing. I just get sick of looking at the same thing, so I got to buy something new. But this is the best way to do it. Find the right shaft for you, okay? Then go and find the set of clubs that's in your price range. And boom. Now you basically have a custom fitted, wedge irons, custom fit. because you know it's the right shaft, and that is the most important part. Don't buy the shaft separate and then have to put them in the guy. It's just that you're spending more money, you don't have to.
So what if you bought just the shafts,
Okay.
and you know those are shafts are for you. You're going to use them for the next 10 years. And instead of buying a whole club set, with the head, shaft, grips,
Right.
what if you just pull the heads? You go to your Dick's and you say, hey, just pull the heads for me. And you just now look for an even cheaper option. You just look for heads. Hey, I'm looking for the 919 heads. I'm looking for the P70 heads.
Look, and here's another way to kind of reverse
it may take a little more work, but it's going to cost you less in the long run.
Of course.
If we're looking for, if we're talking about,
your shafts are your shafts. Like the same thing that I bought the expensive shafts for my driver, my hybrid, and my 3-wood. Right? Now, literally, the guy said these are going to be your shafts for the next decade. You could buy 2 different driver heads and pop them on the shaft, and you're good to go.
Right.
And you're going to get now the added performance of the new technology in the head of the club, but the shaft is the right shaft for you. Right? Now, as you get older, you might want to go for another fitting because you might need a little bit more whip. You might need a little bit less stiffness. Your numbers might change a little bit as your swing speed gets slower as you get older, but that's another story. But here. Now let's take this back. So again, pay the $150 for the fitting, find out the top 3 shafts, search those shafts on eBay, and then find the clubs in the right category with that shaft for you. It's like a custom fitting, right? Here's the other thing. If you are a brand-specific guy, okay, if you're a Titleist guy and that's all you want.
Not a brand whore.
I want Titleist clubs. I won't play anything else. Bullshit. Anyway, fine. If you're paying, if you're anyway, TaylorMade, the Callaway, doesn't matter. All right, you got a brand because maybe your bag's Callaway, maybe your clothes are FootJoy. You want to stay consistent. You want to have that feel, the consistency like a pro. FootJoy, Titleist, all mapped up, nice. Whatever. Okay. If that's the case, you find. Why do I have like different sound going on in my head? You changing, messing with levels or anything?
No.
It's got louder in my head. Anyway, all right, so here's what you do if you want to reverse engineer. If you are that brand whore kind of guy, right? Golfer, I should say, because this can be for gals as well. Even though I think all girls should be wearing ping. I love the logo, the ping logo on the girls. I don't know why. Anyway, so here's what I'm saying. So go to let's just say it's TaylorMade. We'll just call it Titleist because whatever. If you're a brand whore, it's because you want Titleist, right?
Yeah.
You're playing Pro V1 balls when you should be playing fucking noodles, okay? This is the problem with the marketing. Is these companies are so freaking good, and you want to play the balls the pros are playing. No, there's a reason why they have the velocity balls, the AVX ball, like the lower down the line balls. It's for people like you and I who should not be using the Pro V1s, right?
What should I use?
I don't care. We're not talking about you right now. We're talking about my friends, my people out here. Listen. So if you are that brand whore kind of person and you want Titleist, go to the Titleist site. Now, you should know you're not an AP1 guy. You're not a Blade guy. You're going to be in the AP2, AP3 kind of like range or whatever they're called now. TS, this, that, the other. I don't know. You find the range that you should be in and then look on the site, okay? Look what the staffed shaft options are.
Right.
Okay? Write that list down. When you get to Club Champion, say, listen, I want to hit the AP2s, the new AP2s from Titleist, okay? And I want to hit these shafts. They may know what you're doing, but whatever. You're paying for their time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting the fitting. Now you should actually narrow it down, okay, to what shaft is good from what comes in stock because those shafts will be easier for you to find on the internet a year or two later. You know what I'm saying? A year after they come out, someone, might not like them. He might have, want a new set. He might, whatever. There are a lot of reasons, You find some really nice club sets online. But yeah, I mean, nobody's searching O'Banny shafts like that. I went too custom. I went too custom because I can't seem to sell my Callaways. It's a shame. I'm going to end up having to take a $1,000 hit. It's going to be a $1,000 hit because I know once I drop the price from $15.99 down to $11.99, I'll sell them. But that's a $1,000 hit. Yeah. That's not good. I can't swallow that even though I can't use the damn clubs. But yeah, so that's the hack. That's the hack, folks. Find the shaft that's right, then search the shaft and buy the clubs. If you don't care about the brand, it's a lot easier for you because now you can just go get a couple of good shafts and use the usual suspects, the dynamic golds, the Project X's for sure, KBS
done.
Sure.
That's it.
Because most of the club manufacturers now are putting one of those three.
Yeah.
in the club
For
stock.
stock, right? Yeah.
Right. And then there's nothing wrong with stock shafts if it's the right shaft for you.
Right, a stock shaft should work.
Oh, of course they're going to work, but you may need 5 or 10 more grams of weight. You may need a little bit. You might need an extra stiff in this particular KBS shaft. And those are the types of things that you're going to learn at the fitting. So for me, it's worth it. Do the fitting, get the shafts, and tell them up front. Say, look, I want the shaft.
Yeah.
Look, nothing against you. You guys are great. I love Club Champion, but I can't afford what it's going to be. I can't afford to buy the clubs from you. I want to just get a shaft fitting, basically. So narrow it down. Go to a golf at Galaxy or a PGA Superstore. Hit a few of the clubs.
I would say PGA Superstore.
Get a club. Get the clubs that you like. All right. Now we're like, okay, good. I really like. I hit the pings really well. Right. The G410 irons, whatever, or the Callaway Mavericks, whatever.
Right.
Those are the irons that I like. Then you go get a real good, solid shaft fitting, and then you go find the clubs. I think that's the best way to do it. What do you think?
I definitely do think that's a solid way if you're going to be buying online. I think another advice that some people could use out there is, I know this takes time, and I know some people are lazy, don't want to do what they have to do but don't be afraid to sell clubs because there's a different market for club selling and trading and stuff like that. So you can find some stuff. If you have a nice set and you don't like it, try to trade it with somebody. You don't have to spend $1. Try to trade it. Try to sell it on eBay. Sell it on a Facebook Marketplace type of thing, because there is money to make in that sort of market. So you don't have to take a hit. You don't have to take a hit.
No, I mean, I've done it quite a bit. Right now, I think I'm down to just my AP3s that are on the website. I've sold everything else that I've put up. I need to load up a couple more.
You mean the Apexes?
What did I say?
AP3s.
Yeah, the Apex, the Callaway Apex Pros that I have. I got to get them. I got to get them sold. I got to get them out. And the putters, I still have too many putters. I got to start putting more up there. I sold everything that I had. So I mean, people are out there buying, folks. So don't let them sit and get dust in your garage. If you got a set, you can pick up $300, $350. So making somebody happy. They're reusing the clubs. You're getting $350.
Yeah.
Use it towards your bag fitting. I think a full bag fitting at Club Champion is $300. You could do it in pieces. And that's what happened to me. I did irons for $150.
Yeah, don't do it in full though.
Then I did don't do same day. We learned that from your video, right? You don't want to take 300 swings, because now your numbers aren't going to be accurate at the back end of that shaft, because you're going to be tired. But that's the way I did it. I went and did my driver fitting first. Then I did my irons. I paid $150 and $150. The guy called me up. He goes, "Hey, you want to come back in for your fairway, for your metals and your woods and your hybrids?" And I was like, I mean, not really. He said, "Well, it's free. You paid $300 already. You get the full bag. You might as well come back and get the other pieces."
Well, the reason why it's free, I think, and they want you to come back, is because I think the woods and the hybrids tend out to be the same thing as your driver setup. At least for shaft. For shaft, at least.
They don't. The guy told me. He said a lot of people want them to be the same. So that's what they just do. They take the same shaft in the driver and put it in the 3-wood and the hybrid. He said, but very rarely, and I mean, he had no reason to bullshit me, very rarely was the same shaft the best shaft for each of the clubs. He said, I was rare. I'm a rare guy that the White Walker shaft that I have in my driver was also numbers. I wanted them to be
good,
consistent.
Right.
I wanted them to be the same. I like that uniformity, right? But he actually said that the fact that the best shaft for me for the 3-wood and the hybrid was exactly the same as my driver, he said it was rare. He said, again, it happens a lot because people want it to happen. Not the numbers usually tell a different story. What else we got? I think that's it, right?
I don't know. What a great show.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Again, it was a great Masters. I'm happy for DJ. Shout out to Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Everybody, the Chanticleers. It's like a rooster, I think. I don't even know what the hell a Chanticleer is. Some kind of a bird. I don't even know. But I'm happy for them. It was a great. It was a good Masters. Not great, but it was good. It was nice to just. I was actually a little scared. I thought I was going to be watching more football. Maybe because the Jets are shit anyway, but maybe because the Jets were on a bye. But regardless, I would have been watching the Masters. I found myself. I went down the basement to watch it purposely with my son, so my wife and my daughter could stay upstairs. Mm-hmm. I went downstairs, and my intent was to put the golf on my computer and the football on the TV. I ended up putting the golf on the TV and not even watching the football.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow.
It was bananas.
I think it was just so good because we wanted it. We just wanted to watch the Masters already. It had gone too long without us watching it. So, much needed Masters.
Yeah.
Much needed.
But all in all, I think it was great.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so again, folks, right now, I think next Wednesday, or tomorrow, the day before. Yesterday. Shit, folks, yesterday. Go check. Are you sure it's going to be done by then?
Yeah.
Wednesday, folks, yesterday. What am I saying? Yesterday. Head over to the Inside the Leather YouTube page. Check out the new review that we posted yesterday.
And tag.
It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Tag us in it. Do what you got to do. Share it, post it, like it. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not already. Go over to Instagram. Get over to the merch shop. Buy some Christmas stuff. I mean, not for nothing. We got hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
We got nice hoodies with the awesome Inside the Leather logo. I mean, I'm talking about the ball and the microphone. It's a nice logo, okay? You can get it in pink for your wife. Little stocking stuffer for the kids. You know, they got onesies for the little ones. You know, so pick up some stuff in the ITL item shop. We got the review video that came out yesterday. We have another review video coming out Saturday. So this is a packed day. So yesterday we had a review. Today's an episode Thursday. And then we have another review coming out on Saturday.
Yep.
It's going to be good. So, folks, now that the weather's kind of dying down, my normal job, you know, took a little bit of a slow down, just a tad. We're going to be able to get some more content out. It's a shame that we can't play golf, but we're going to be bringing to you some simulator stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of unboxings, a lot of reviews. We got to get a giveaway. We haven't had a giveaway in a while.
Yeah.
We got to get a giveaway going. We're going to bring one of those. And that's it. Folks, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And do us a favor, as always. Keep it inside the